Caitlin Clark with the ball. Caitlin Clark get pops in the face. And actually gets away from it. Then here's Marina Rader and the push down. Wait a minute. Did I just... She pushes Caitlin down. Let's watch it again. Caitlin gets pops in the eye, poked in the eye again. She says, get away from me. And here's Marina Rader with the football.
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Short Sport by King David Jordan.
Stop the music. Let's talk serious for a minute. Let me tell you something. And I want you guys to really catch where I'm coming from right here. Now, I started this sports show really about 1.5 years ago. And if you know me, I would watch WNBA, but it was sporadically, every now and then. And one thing that I really appreciated about the WNBA was that it was really a league that was bare bones. But I really didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. If I didn't have anything else to watch, I would watch the WNBA. And I got a whole script and everything, and this is just me talking from the heart here. And I think about 2 years ago, a couple of years ago, I saw this young lady playing basketball at Iowa. And this is before all the fanfare and everything else. And I was like, interesting. She got heart. And then, the more she got popular, the more I kept following her. I kept following her career. I kept watching her and became a true fan of this young lady. She ended up becoming the NCAA all-time leading scorer. She ended up becoming the #1 draft pick in the WNBA. And for the last 2 years, I've been following her like a lot of other fans. And it's afforded me to really, really, it's really kind of, honestly, to be honest with you, she's changed my life, my family's life. I've been able to meet some dynamic people that are also fans of hers. I've been able to meet some people that aren't fans of hers. And, we've had a good time. And it's really rocketed my, something that I always wanted to do, which was sports media. I've been working in media for 20 years, but now it allows me to kind of do it on my own time and do it within my own business and my own frame. And to be honest, a large part of my growth of this channel, a large part of the growth of my social media platform is because of this young lady. And as a fan, I've seen the last 2 years, I've seen her be beaten up. I've seen her been criticized. I've seen racism towards her. I've seen racism blamed on her. I've seen her be ostracized by a league that she has truly blessed and brought to the forefront of sports media and entertainment. After you saw tonight, the wrestling match that you saw tonight. But this young lady, Caitlin Clark, 23 years old, I consistently see her taking unnecessary punishment. I consistently see a league that she has taken to the next level continuously tried to demonize her fan base. They've ignored cheap shots, and it's just really kind of frustrating. And at the end of the day, you know, we're going to talk about the game. We're going to get into it, but at the end of the day, it's really disheartening that we see this happening over and over and over again. Now, throughout the last couple of years, Caitlin Clark has proven her value, not just to my little teeny weeny channel, but her value to the entire WNBA. Because of Caitlin Clark, it's a lot of YouTube channels that have propelled forward and grown in popularity. You know, because of Caitlin Clark, the WNBA as a league and as an organization and as a business has prepared for it and grown. And with her being hurt the last 2 weeks, it even showed with over half of the TV viewership going down, with over the half of the attendance going down. It showed her value. But it continues, and from day one, I've always said, I like the WNBA, I like the players. But what I don't like is the organization. I don't like the people who run the W. And for the longest, they've ran the business like a write-off, like a second thought. And for the last 2 years, myself, other content creators, other people, we've all said the same thing, that the refereeing is atrocious. For the last 2 years in this league, we've all said the same thing. You have to protect your most valuable asset. For the last 2 years, we've been saying, are y'all not seeing these obvious fouls and these beatings that they're putting on this young lady, and y'all not calling it? You guys are not calling the whistle. Tonight, Caitlin Clark got punched in the face, poked in the, they say poked in the eye again. What's this, like the third, fourth time in 2 years? Again. Girl tries to walk up on her. After she pokes her in the eye, she tries to walk up on her. Caitlin, like, get off of me. And if I just got poked in the face, after we've been physical and been battling for the last 20 minutes, and you've been holding and grabbing and everything else, yeah, I would probably be like, get off me too. But Caitlin gives her a little shove, and it kind of seems like it de-escalates. But then here comes Marina Mabrey, and a lot of people say she's protecting her teammate and looking out for her teammate, and I take that. But she comes and forearm shivers Caitlin Clark like she's playing football. She's playing football. And we didn't get the sample. We need the egregious. We did the egregious. And the egregious thing about this whole situation was, at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark got a technical foul. Marina Mabrey got a technical foul. And I don't even know the other chick's name. I can't think of it right now. But it's not really important. She got a technical foul too. Right? And we're sitting there saying, but wait a minute. Somebody got punched in the face and got dragged on the floor. You're not going to eject them? You're not gonna, well, we're letting them shoot 3 free throws. Caitlin to hit that coming down the next time on the trip of the floor. We want them gone. We want them out. And I'm gonna tell y'all that I'm sorry, baby, the script is out. Script is gone. We just going. All right. I'm gonna tell y'all, the truth of the matter is this. Her teammates, and this is what got me last year, and this that same BS they're doing again this year. Y'all can tell I'm upset. I'm really disappointed. The same thing, other than Lexi Hall, other than Sexy Lex coming up there and jumping in old girl's face. Now look, I want to show you something, because you guys will think, oh, she should have got a technical. Watch what happens. Look at this. Watch. Go to the split screen. All right, there we go. Now, rewind it a little bit. Now look, she gets poked in the eye. Now watch, why did she come bump her? Can we go closer? She gets poked in the eye. Now watch her go up and bump her. What is that? It was like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. It's I'm gonna get in your face. And people talk about when she pushed her. Did you see? Look at it again. It's slow motion. Watch it. She's poked in the eye and she goes and bumps her, smiling. And then she gets forearm shivered by Marina Mabry. Now, my issue is this. She is forearm shivered by Marina Mabry. Howard, you're right there. Howard, you see everything. Now, Lexi Hall is already in the other girl's face. Like, yo, I ain't got no beef with Lexi. Because look what Lexi does. Lexi, when the girl comes to Caitlyn and pokes in the eye, look who's there. Lexi's right there like, yo, what you doing? What's up? But look at the other three. Y'all got to be right there. And somebody should have came and knocked their back down. This should have been an all-out brawl. And listen, I don't want to hear y'all talk about, man, they gonna fire me. Man, they getting fined $48 and $80. NBA, they ain't fining y'all thousands of dollars like they do the NBA. It's $80, $45.99. The girl that pulled Angel Reese's hair, I think I fined like $80. And she pulled her hair. Now, this is ridiculous. Where are her teammates to come up and say, hey, man, hey, we're going to finally later, you know what I'm saying? Finally later, we get to what Sophia Cunningham, and we've seen their relationship grow and blossom, especially when they both was injured at the same time. We saw a little bit of, and really, if y'all really look at it, Stephanie White kind of told you like, hey, yeah, we kind of knew that was coming. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to that in a second. But after all this is going down, refs, where are you? Where were you with the initial foul? Where were you with the initial punch in the freaking face? That's what we want to know. Where were you guys? Go back to the split screen. Where were you at the initial punch in the face? Where were you here? Foul, dead ball, whistle blow. We got a foul. No foul. Now, see, this is where the WNBA is at fault. Because this girl just got literally punched in the face on national TV in front of everybody. Are y'all watching the game? Are you looking at the game? Are you paying attention? This is the stuff that we say. This is the stupidity of the WNBA. This is right now the most egregious, lackluster, the worst officiating in professional sports by far. Let me say it again since I messed up the last word. This is the most diabolical, absurd, unqualified officiating in all of sports. All the professional, I ain't even talking professional sports, all the amateur sports, semi-professional, they're the worst. They are absolutely the worst. We was watching the game the other night. They took 7-8 minutes of our lives to sit there, out our lives for two calls. One was, did Kelsey Mitchell shoot a three? And we like, it's obvious that her feet are behind the line. It took them 5 minutes. The other call was it a foul? And it was like, it's obvious it's not a foul. And they got it wrong. Who are these people? Where are y'all finding these jokers? Where? And what type of punishment or restitution is there for the lack of ability to call a game correctly is there? Or do you find them like you find the WNBA players? Y'all be like, oh, well, you missed that call. Here's a $20 fine. See you next game. This is absolutely ridiculous. And it has to change. At this point, we ain't even asking for the Jordan rules. We ain't even asking for the Jordan treatment. We ain't even asking for the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. We asking for this SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. We ain't asking for that treatment. At this rate, we just want you to make a call that's open to everybody. It's funny that, think about this WNBA. Think about this. SGA, the first game of the finals, the MVP of the NBA, they called him a foul merchant. He is the MVP of the NBA. People were complaining so much that they were calling SGA's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander a foul merchant. Doris Burke, who was a horrible, just great on the sideline, but a horrible commentator, sat there and said it live on the air. We all sit there like, oh, snap, she actually said it on the air during the finals. During the finals. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't believe it. But that's what they called it. Why? Because guess what? The most valuable player gets I know some people get upset, but normally they get a more what's the word I'm looking for? They get a more lenient whistle than the average player. I remember one time that who was that? Chris Childs fouled Jordan and he blew on him. Why? Because the NBA knew Michael Jordan makes sure the lights stay on. Michael Jordan is responsible for over half the viewers that's in the NBA right now. So much that they changed the rules. We're not even asking for that right now. We're just asking for you to make the ordinary call, the obvious call. Hey, when it comes to Caitlin, you guys are swallowing your whistle like it's the fourth quarter and 4 seconds left. Thank you guys. I ain't even thanking everybody. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm so frustrated. Thank you guys for joining me. If you don't mind, please let me calm down. If you don't mind, it would really help my attitude if you would hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Thank everyone in the chat. Thank everyone in the chat. VVS, thanks to my moderator, VVS. What's up, Karen? You relate? Keela. Shanks. Dave. What's up, David? How you doing, sir? Pastor Key. That's hilarious. I needed it. You know, what's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Listen, he said stop. Listen, I sat there, and I think Carlos Williams is probably an Angel Reese's Pieces fan. Last night, Sunday, I sat there and watched him call phantom calls to make sure Angel Reese got her triple-double because she was not going to do it by shooting. She was 2 of 7. She shot better tonight. They still lost. Right? That's another video for tomorrow. But I saw them making phantom calls to make sure that she got that triple-double. Somebody gets punched in the face, poked in the eye, and goes to the floor, and it's like, we didn't see that. It's egregious. We need the egregious sample. We're gonna get it over the weekend. The egregious sample. It's egregious. We gotta get Ricky Bobby. Remember, Ricky Bobby telling Day Night is egregious. When they're carrying the father out, I think it's egregious. It's egregious. That's gonna be by Stephen A. You know, Stephen A. used to say, Uh, he had that little thing. The catchphrase was going to be, "It's egregious." It's egregious, guys. These referees are horrific. David, what's going on, brother? How you doing? David Enix, how you doing, sir? Mark, how you doing, my brother? To everyone, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for spending time. And you know what's crazy? We actually won the game. You know what I'm saying? We won. Caitlin hit a three. We'll show the clip of that. Hopefully we won't get our finances taken away from that. We won't get demonetized from that. But we'll show you the clip of that a little bit later. But just dealing with this over and over and over again, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. You know, and I think at the end of the day, the league really needs to. You know what's crazy? Oh, this just hit me. This is off the top. It's crazy. They investigate a fake racist news. Fake racism in the crowd. But they want to investigate something that's actually happening in the league, which is referees swallowing their whistle. We're here, all out investigation. Oh, that somebody was racist. That was fake. But this is happening right in our face. And you guys are not doing it. It's crazy. I thought, majority of us thought, after Caitlin was gone these last 2 weeks, we thought that the WNBA had a little bit of enlightenment. We thought they had seen the light. But then next thing we know, the WNBA PA leaves Caitlin off of a deal with the phone covers and everything. They decided not to vote Caitlin Clark, the most popular player, the player that's responsible for 50% of the viewership, and ticket prices dropped 56%, which is they decided, we don't need her. They don't need that. That should have been the first. Listen, guys, that should have been the first notification that they didn't get it. That should have been the first little inkling that they didn't get it. Now we see the league. We're going to see. We are going to get WNBA. Listen to me. We're going to sit here and we're going to watch how you handle this. We're going to watch because you said there's no space for hate. You said that the WNBA is supposed to be a safe space for everybody except Caitlin Clark that's getting mugged every time she comes to court. Here's what Stephanie White had to say. And we may actually get into the game. Here's what Stephanie White had to say. With it.
There wasn't an explanation for the tech that she got. I think it was pretty obvious that stuff was brewing, right? When the officials don't get control of the ball game, when they allow that stuff to happen, and it's been happening all season long. All season long. It's not just this game. It's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete and they're going to have their teammates' backs. It's exactly what you expect, right? Out of fierce competition. So I started talking to the officials in the first quarter, and we knew this was going to happen. You could tell it was going to happen. So they got to get control of it. They got to be better. They got to be better.
Can you specifically detail what you mean by get control of the game, just to be?
Now, they're going to fine her $49.50 for saying that, but hey, it needed to be said.
In your words.
Get control of the game is call the fouls that are actually happening on the floor. Right, and consistently call the fouls that are actually happening.
Listen to what she said.
Detail what you mean by get control of the game, just.
They got to get control of it. They got to be better. They got to be better.
Can you specifically detail what you mean by get control of the game, just to be, in your words?
Get control of the game is call the fouls that are actually happening on the floor. Right, and consistently call the fouls that are actually happening on the floor. Okay, not just if somebody swings and misses, right? Consistently call the fouls.
Coach, do you think it's something pertaining to your team, or do you think this is a league-wide issue?
Well, I've seen quite a few dust-ups in the league so far, so I think it's a league-wide issue. I mean, bad officiating is bad officiating.
And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
She's not gonna. Okay.
I'll ask about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
talk
Caitlin, and let me say this, right? And I will get to Caitlin in a second. Caitlin ended up being on Demon Time at the end of the game. She really did. But this is the thing, though. Listen to what she says. She's like, call the foul. Always, like, we're not even asking for special treatment. Just if somebody gets fouled, call the foul. And this is happening all over the league. And that's true. That's true. And they asked her, they said, hey, was the Sophie Cunningham? So if you guys didn't see the Sophie Cunningham situation, this is what happened with the Sophie Cunningham. I can't pay the sound because I don't want to get demonetized, but here's what happened with this Sophie Cunningham. Young lady that fouled Kate is going down the court. She's going down. Sophie grabs her, pulls her down, and then the young lady jumps up like she wants to do something and forgets that Sophie Cunningham is a 6th degree black belt. And then remembers that she can't move. What? She can't move. Sophie she can't move. She's like, I can't move. Yeah, because that might not be the person you want to mess with. Yeah, that might not be the person. Like, it's hilarious. It's funny, but it's not funny. But when you see it, and she could not move. She was stuck. Watch. Here's the foul. Yeah, that definitely was personal. Take it down. Yep. It wasn't bad. But look, she can't move. She got it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Taekwondo. That was the most gangster part of the whole thing. She's like, what you gonna do? Like, she wasn't even mad. She knew exactly what she was gonna do. And she jumped in the face. Sophie Cunningham had already planned 5 moves ahead of how she could break this young lady's neck if she wanted to. What you gonna do? Look, she can't move. Sophie's calm. Look, Sophie's calm like, I got you. You're in a bad spot right now. If you know anything about Taekwondo, if you know anything about that, you're in a bad position right now. You don't have guard. You know what I'm saying? You don't have guard. You're about to go down, right? Her friend is trying to help her get off, and her friend can't help her. Her teammate can't help you. You're down right now. You're down right now. And it's like, you're down. There's nothing you can do. Just stay right there and take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can hurt you if I wanted to. She really could. Let's be honest. She could have hurt her if she wanted to. She had her in the guard. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing that she could do. It's like, as soon as she walked up, she walked into it. It's crazy. Like, she jumped into it. Like, watch, she pulls it down. Watch, she jump up. Like, she jumped. But, Kayla, I got you. Don't even move. Where you going? Where you going? I got control of the guard. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I can hurt you at any time, now. I take it down. That's what's being said by Sophie Cunningham right now. She could have hurt the girl, but she just wanted to send a little message. And I appreciate you. I love you for that. That's what I'm talking about. Now, some of the rest of your teammates are trash. Like, not that they're trash people, but they gotta get a little bit more spunk on them. They gotta be like, hey man, that's my teammate. We ride or die. I'm gonna be honest with you. Indiana, that type of camaraderie where we ride together. Oh, we not together. That's gonna get you championships. This looking and say, oh, they got it, she'll take care of it. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. Do we have the Suns poster? You know what? I haven't seen the Suns poster. Did they even have a post? Luke? Did they have one? But this is the stuff that we're talking about. This is stuff that we're talking about. You know, don't take Sophie just as a pretty face now. You know what I'm saying? I think I read the article that said Sophie was a black belt by 6. She was a black belt by 6. I was like, 6? What you mean 6? It's like, she's a black belt by 6 years old. I was like, 6 years old? Are you serious? Like, that can't be true. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, no, she's already learning. She's learning. But she's been doing taekwondo since she was 6 years old. Yeah, that ain't the person you want to really run up on. We'll think about that. At least get your hands loose. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to grapple. Get your hands. You might want to try to box a little something. Like, you don't want to grapple. Like, once she got you in that, it's over with. It's a done deal. If you don't know what you're doing, like you want to kind of, you might want to try to box and throw some hands. But once she got you in that grapple, it's over with for you. But we appreciate, what I do like is that Sophie stood up and they sent a message. They won the game. Hey, and I think it was planned. Now, Stephanie can't say, yeah, we were retaliating, because then guess what? The league would definitely have to suspend everybody, right? Like Sophie would get suspended for half the year, and then Stephanie probably would get suspended. So she can't say that. She just say, hey, I thought it was a flagrant foul. But then it comes down to, once again, inconsistent refereeing, because you let Marina Mabry stay in the game with the shoulder block on Caitlin, but then you ejected Sophie when she took down the young lady. Both of the women went down. She didn't even take it down. She just grabbed her. This should have been a flagrant one in attack. But they kicked her out of the game. But Lexi and Sophie, I got it. Lexi stood up for Caitlin and Sophie. I think Caitlin felt a little type of way about that too. That's just me personally. Like, I'm looking at, Caitlin is a great teammate. And she's a smart person, but Caitlin is she pays attention to everything, and she got a little edge. She got, not a little edge. Caitlin has a lot of edge. A lot of it. You know, and I think she takes inventory of what's going on. And what's been going on with Aaliyah Boston these last couple of games? What y'all need to know, hold on, let's go over the stats real quick so y'all can't say I didn't talk about the game. Well, I didn't talk about anything but the fight. Let's go over the stats. But I got some questions I want to ask. Let's go over the stats of the game. Indiana Fever wins. There's a good win for them. Now they're headed to the finals of the Commissioner's Cup. Well, I think they'll be facing Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. They'll be facing Minnesota. The final score was 88-71. Caitlin Clark had 26 for 3-pointers. Fever improved to 6-5, and the Commissioner's Cup standing moving one step closer to the title game, which will be July 1st. I think it's July 1st. Notable team stats: Fever shot 50% from the field, out rebounded the Sun, and they had strong ball movement that led to 21 assists. So Fever win. They're in the finals of the Commissioner's Cup, and I think they'll be facing Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. They'll be facing Minnesota. All right, so that's the game. That's the game in a nutshell. Now let's get back to what we was talking about. What's up with Aaliyah? Aaliyah Boston's Aaliyah, what's going on, baby? You know what I'm saying? You came in shape. Is it like you got a little problem? Like, is it a little issues? It's a little beef or something? I don't know, Aaliyah. What's going on? What's up, Aaliyah? Like, it's a couple times you didn't pass the ball back to Caitlin, and he's like, yo, why didn't you pass the ball back? You know, the fight came, you was kind of slow. You know, you was getting hit in the hands with the ball, and you was missing the layups. I just want to know what's up. What's up? What's up, Luke? How you doing? I appreciate it, Luke. Thank you, sir. Somewhere in the north, what's going on? He said AB's still bad. I don't know if she's playing much better. I don't know what's going on with Aaliyah right now. We gotta come together and find out what's up with Aaliyah. You know, her and Caitlin hadn't been on the same page since Caitlin returned. They ain't been on the same docket. I figure out what's going on with AB. But I like what Stephanie said. I still think Stephanie, you know, some decisions she makes is a little questionable, but at the end of the day, they won the game. I feel like they played with their food a little bit. And I think that's the only way the Suns had a chance. And this is what I keep telling people. The only way certain teams have a chance to even be in the game is they have to play dirty. And the truth be told, the Suns didn't play like this. I just watched this same Connecticut Sun team, was that Sunday night? And they didn't play like that. They played the Reese's Pieces. And they wasn't pressing the ball 110. I ain't even see the little girl that was pressuring Caitlin. I ain't even hardly see her play. It just shows that, hey, man, it's a little difference when y'all play. Teams bring their A game when they play Caitlin. And I understand it, because New York, you know, if you play her straight up, she'll show you, man, she might embarrass you. So she ended up embarrassing y'all at the end. And letting y'all know about it. But me and Ella was sitting there in the bed. She's like, this ain't the same team that played against Angel them the other night. I was like, I told you they're gonna bring their A game. They may even overlook the Chicago Sky to get to Caitlin to be like, hey man, we got Caitlin coming on the schedule. We gotta rough up. We're gonna guard her 90 feet. It was like, where was this the rest? If they would have been playing like this the rest of the year, they wouldn't be at the bottom of the barrel. Well, it'd be 2-9. Even the commentators was shocked at the effort. The commentators was sitting there talking about, they was like, wow, like in the WNBA, it was almost well, the commentator was almost like, he was like in the WNBA, he almost said any given Sunday, but this ain't the way they were playing. He was like, yo. He's like, oh, it's hard to win a game in the WNBA. I was like, yeah, we don't know where this came from. We didn't see this Sunday night. But you know what the difference was? Caitlin was playing. They were playing Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And they went back to mob basketball. What was that basketball game? I'm showing my age here. It was a basketball game where you used to play, I think it was on Super Nintendo. And I know I just showed my age there. Oh, Lord. I think it was Super Nintendo where you used to play the basketball. They used to run out. They used to punch you. They used to push you to get the ball. And they used to beat you up when you was running out of the court playing basketball. They used to like clothesline you to get the ball and go back and score. That's what it looked like tonight. How you doing, Jonathan? Thank you, sir. That's what it looked like tonight. It looked like that basketball game where they used to run down the court and they used to clothesline you and punch you in the face and kick you and get the ball and go down the score. It's wild, man. I don't understand it. And the refs, and at first I thought they was because they did call the holding early on the young lady. They did call that, but then all of a sudden it's just like they was like, nah, we're not calling anything else. And Caitlin being they face though. Oh my gosh. Caitlin. I was like, man, Caitlin husband, you gonna get it. I thought for sure they had gave Caitlin a tech, but they ended up giving the other team a tech. I said, oh man, they gotta get that to Caitlin Clark. Nah, they gave the other team a tech. I was so happy. Cause that was wild. That was wild. And instead of talking about the fantastic game and the skill of Caitlin Clark, we got to deal with another issue of why are the WNBA players trying to beat her up so bad. And it's a different Caitlin this year because Caitlin's actually talking that noise this year, and I like it. I love it, Caitlin. She told Ryan Howard, I ain't scared of you. She started to recognize who she is. She started to recognize that she has the power. So they would get rid of Success Skill, whatever the girl name was. They would get rid of it in a heartbeat. You know how we know she started recognizing? When Caitlin hit this shot here, she let the entire bench know. I got to turn off the... When she hit that shot there, she let them say, how you like that? How you like that? How you like me now? I ain't going nowhere. That was pretty faded. Ugh. That's a shot right there. That little fade with that little kick out, that little Jordan kick out to the left, to the right, that right leg, that fade to the left. Hey, it's over with. That's a shot there. That's so beautiful, man. Ugh. Ain't nothing you can do. I'm gonna talk that noise to you. Then we go down the court. I'm gonna keep talking to you. What you gonna say? And she just told you can't guard me. You can't guard me. Look at this. You can't guard me. You can't guard me. How can you not root for this, man? That's crazy. Like, anybody be like, they don't root for Caitlin, is crazy.
Took some overtime to get the...
How can you not root for it? You got me hitting the wrong button, Caitlin. It's crazy. How can y'all not root for that? I don't get it. I don't get it. You like that. To the recent picture, y'all like that? Yeah, girl. Oh, yeah. Caitlin is definitely, hey, Psycho Caitlin is definitely there now. She's definitely here in the building. And I'm here for it. She got to be, because like, they punching her in the face. What else is she supposed to do? She's supposed to be happy Caitlyn getting poked in the eye. Getting shoulder tackled on the basketball court. I'm supposed to be happy and jolly. You better have some edge to you. Man, you out here playing for you playing for your life. You got hoodlums out there. You got hood people. Some of them girls look rougher than some of the dudes I hang with in the street. Like, I don't know. Like, what are y'all? I don't know what y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I don't know what games y'all be watching. I be looking at it like, no. She look kind of rugged. You know what I'm saying? She look. I'm sorry. She look kind of rough there. You know what I'm saying? That's she look kind of rough. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what she's supposed to do. You know, what's she supposed to do? Like, I mean, it is what it is. A win for the Fever tonight. A tough win. You know, a very physical game. And it's just, I think it's something they can learn from too, because, you know, the playoffs is physical. And I think this is what the teams are trying to do. They're going to try to out physical Fever. And the fact that they kept, I do like the fact that they kept their heads and they kept their wits about them, and they got the job done. They got the job done. But our question is, guys, what is up with these referees? What's up? That's why a lot of Indiana and Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans are questioning, is it the league that's allowing it? Because I know if my boss says, hey man, we better start calling these calls or we're gonna get you out of here. Guess what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start calling those calls. I know if the higher up starts saying, hey, we don't want them to ref these games, and you start losing that check, I guarantee them whistles start going. Y'all remember it was a call. I remember it was a call. I think it was Michael Jordan. He might have been with the Wizards then. I think it was with the Wizards. And the referee apologized to him. He said, I'm sorry,